Welcome back. We are here with professional wrestler, one half of the Heat Seekers, Mr. Sigmon, LMU alumni.
That is very true.
Graduated in 2010. Let's start there. You've, I imagine, traveled the world, seen all the 7 seas. What have you been doing since?
Not quite all the 7 seas.
What have you been doing? What have you been doing since 2010?
You know, I graduated and I was already wrestling when I was here, and I decided that it's time to push it even further. So, since then, for the past 5 years or so, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Just hitting the road day in, day out, and making wrestling towns and kind of having fun along the way a little bit, making some money. So. Have a good time.
You're on the independent circuit. Now, a lot of wrestling fans, they know the World Wrestling Entertainment and TNA and ROH and some of these others, but talk about the independent wrestling, how difficult that is, trying to work your way to those bigger corporations.
It's hard. It's a tough business. Wrestling in general is a tough business. You have WWE is the main deal, and you know they only got about 150 spots altogether. There's 10,000 wrestlers, and the rest of us are on the independents. And independents are smaller companies that do independent contracts for each show. And it's hard to make a living, but I mean, if you push yourself and you try to get your name out there, then that kind of helps out along the way. And you just got to work really hard to do, make good business. And it's tough business, but stay on the road, meet new people, go places, would be willing to travel. That's a big key to it. So.
What are some of the more, I guess, unique or more interesting places you've been in your wrestling career?
There's been a lot of interesting places. Some of them you probably wouldn't even be interested in just because you have to be there. Some of these small towns get kind of crazy. Winnipeg, Canada, I've been doing that here lately, and I love Winnipeg. I love Canada. It's very clean. People are nice. Very cold. I love cold weather. So that's always a fun place to go up to. And the people up there just still eat it up. We'll do 6 days straight near Winnipeg, like on a tour, a little circle, and they pack it out every single night, and they just love it. So that's always a fun place to go to.
Now you're here. We're here to promote the NWA Smokey Mountain Wrestling event going on December the 5th here on campus at the Mary Marsh Gymnasium.
The first time really good wrestling has been here in a very long time. I know a long time ago Smokey Mountain Wrestling, when it was still around, ran here and did pretty good. And I think they decided they wanted to kind of branch out a little bit more. They've been doing a lot throughout the whole region, and Harrogate was a town that they wanted to make a part of their tour, their loop, and so I think it's going to be a good stop here.
Now, obviously this event is going to benefit the J. Frank White Academy. Talk about the actual card that we have set up for December the 5th.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a fantastic card. NWA Smokey Mountain has some of the best wrestlers from around the region, from around the country even. I'm going to be going up against Jason the Gift Kincaid, and he is the NWA Smokey Mountain Heavyweight Champion. And we've wrestled each other, honestly. We've wrestled each other probably 100 times, and it's going to be a hard-fought battle. He's one of the toughest wrestlers I've ever been in the ring with. Also, you'll have Chase Owens. He's fresh off a tour of Japan, New Japan Pro Wrestling. He'll be there as well, among various other wrestlers, so it's going to be good.
Let's go to your bout.
Yeah.
You're going, as you said, for the NWA Smokey Mountain Heavyweight Championship.
Right.
You're taking on Jason Kincaid, who has held the title for 38 months.
I told you, Jason is one of the toughest wrestlers. If you look at the picture of him, he looks crazy anyway. He's got the big long beard. And, I mean, he's just wild. And he's unpredictable. You never know what he's going to come out there and do just because he studies wrestling from all over the world, and he's always throwing new stuff at you. So that makes him one of the best opponents I've ever been in the ring with and one of the toughest. And so it's going to be a crazy match. He's a very tough competitor, well respected across the whole country, and I can't wait to kind of get in here in the ring with him and show him exactly what it's going to be like to be here at LMU and Harrogate.
Now, you say you've been in the ring with him before, but on December 5th, you get him in your backyard.
I get him in my backyard, my area, my hometown, and it's going to be tough, and I hope he's ready because it's going to be a battle. And he's always coming to the ring, and he's always being really smart at what he does. He calculates, he studies the product, but I know him like the back of my hand, and so everybody here in Harrogate is going to have a good time.
How special would it be to you to walk out of a gym where you were familiar with, you went to school here for 4 years, to walk out of Mary Marsh Gymnasium, the NWA Smokey Mountain Heavyweight Champion?
Not just only the fact that it would be here, just the fact that he's held this title for so long and being somebody that actually takes it away from him and bringing it, especially to myself, That would be fantastic, and that's something I plan on doing. So, you know, I hope he's ready.
Now, I know that you obviously know the history of wrestling. I know a little bit of it. I know the name NWA does mean a lot to a lot of wrestlers. So talk about the NWA a little bit.
You know, the NWA, the past few years, it's been on ups and downs. And now it's owned by a man named Bruce Tharp, and he's really been working hard to push it back to a top level. He's got talent going over to New Japan Pro Wrestling, like I told you, with Chase Owens. He's really trying to up the quality of the product in wrestling in general. You know, a lot of shows are out there, and they're not good. They're unprofessional. They have guys that have never been trained, don't know what they're doing, and they hurt the product. And but he's making sure the quality of the product is very high, and it's improving the shows, it's improving business, and families and kids can come out and have a good time.
Now you talk about the product being high, the quality of the product being high. I think, back when I was a kid, of Smokey Mountain Wrestling being the Rock and Roll Express, the Midnight Express, Jim Cornette with the tennis racket. And let's face it, some of it was in high school gyms where it was not, let's say, the best of what it would be. But you're talking about the NWA here in Smokey Mountain Wrestling. This is not backyard brawl. This is not just something where a ring that's been put together.
This is not sports entertainment like WWE. This is not backyard brawl. This is straight up good quality professional wrestling like it needs to be, in my opinion. And you know, it's a good show from top to bottom that everybody can enjoy, and everybody's going to have a good time that comes out to watch it. All
right, so you take on Jason Kincaid. If he's watching, what do you have to say? What's his name? The Gift?
The Gift. Jason the Gift Kincaid.
What would you say to Jason the Gift Kincaid in his 38-month reign as the NWA Smokey Mountain Champion?
Oh, you really want me to tell him something right here?
Just keep it PG.
PG?
PG.
Okay. Jason Kincaid, I hope that you're watching. I hope that you're listening, because what's going to happen on the 5th, what's going to happen right here at LMU, is I'm going to get in the ring with you for the 100th time, maybe the 200th time. But what's going to happen this time is I'm going to take the NWA Smokey Mountain Heavyweight title from you, a belt that you love, a belt that you have held for 38 months, and I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to bring it to me because I am a true wrestling winner. That's how it's done.
That's how it's done. That card, December 5th, Mary Mars Gymnasium. It benefits the J. Frank White Academy. Please come out, watch some NWA Smokey Mountain Wrestling. Sigmon, good luck in that match, and we'll see you that Friday night.
See you then.
Sounds good? We're going to take a break. We'll come back with LMU basketball right after this.